Why don't I kick the show off tonight, Bill?
Why don't you?
Yes. So, anyways, so there's a movie that came out earlier this year in 2022.
Are we going back to the danger zone?
We're going back to the danger zone, ladies.
Talk to me, JT.
I will talk to you, Bill. So tonight's our first movie tonight that came out. The first one was in 1986, but this one came out in 2022. They delayed it a couple years because of COVID, but that's okay because we're talking about Top Gun Maverick. Let's face it, Bill. This movie was just awesome.
Oh, I had a great time.
I did too. Movie. I did an out of the theater reaction video for this movie too, and it was awesome.
Can we just say this, JT?
Yes.
Tom Cruise never ages.
No, he really doesn't. He's almost.
He never ages.
Yeah, he still looks great to this day. It's crazy. But yeah, Top Gun. This is my first pick, though. Top Gun, because the first film was in 1986, and they were talking about a Top Gun 2 forever. They were talking about it for a long time, and they finally got the sequel that came out this year in 2022. It's supposed to be 2020, but then COVID pushed it back even further. But I think it was a smart move for them to push it back after they shot it, due to the COVID release and stuff like that, because they put out a great product. Paramount Pictures put out a phenomenal movie that really was a showstopper of a movie. Yeah, the danger zone, man. We re-entered the danger zone. It was so
cool.
I saw it once in theaters. I just saw it once and I was like, this is just a great movie. A phenomenal movie. So fun, so entertaining, so awesome in so many different ways. Could not be any happier to watch Top Gun Maverick. But yeah, this is kind of our premise for tonight. That's just an example of what we're going to be talking about. How the movie came out maybe 30 years ago, but then they made a sequel and they released it soon. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and you also know another reason besides COVID why they delayed the release.
Why is that?
The release? Because there were some of the flying scenes they had to reschedule. They had to do, and they were very complex.
Yes, that is. I forgot about that. Yep.
So Top Gun Maverick is also so the two reasons was, say it with us. 1, 2, 3. Thanks COVID.
Yeah.
It was, one, it was COVID, and then it was because they had to.
Yeah, it was. Go ahead, sorry.
Because a lot of the flying scenes had to be reshot.
Yeah.
And they were very complicated.
Yeah, and so, honestly, and they nailed it too. I mean, this was a huge hit for a lot of people.
Was it 36 years worth the wait?
I'd say so. And they even got Val Kilmer out of retirement or whatever.
Because you know what I think it is, JT, and agree or disagree. When movies like this take a long time, they kind of reintroduce them to a new generation.
Right.
They kind of introduce the new movies to the new generation. For instance, JT, I didn't see the original Top Gun till the day I saw Top Gun Maverick.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Because I thought, okay, I should kind of watch that first before I go see this.
Yeah. And what'd you think of it?
Which one?
The first one, before we saw the second one.
I like the first one.
Yeah, it was pretty good, right?
You know what? I think I kind of like the second one better.
A lot of people are actually saying that. A lot of people are saying that the second one is better than the first one, which I would say there's an argument to be made there. And they waited a long time to put out a product like this, but they did a great job with it too. My God.
Because you know what I think it is? It's between and you know who actually just saw, because Top Gun Maverick has just been re-released.
In theaters?
Yeah.
We might have to go see that again.
We might have to go back to the dangers. Go back to the danger zone, huh?
Yeah, back into the danger zone.
Way to the danger zone.
It was also shot. The camera work was great. The direction. It was, and Miles Teller, everything about it. I mean, I walked out of there beaming with like a 9 out of 10. It was that good. I was
Okay.
beaming.
Yeah, but you want to know something? You know who actually saw Top Gun Maverick yesterday?
Who?
Our very own Doctor.
Matt Hemsley?
Yeah, he saw it yesterday. He texted me. He liked it.
Oh, good for the but he saw it for the first time though.
Yeah, he said, I'm actually going to see Top Gun Maverick today for the first time. I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
oh, great, have fun. And then
That's
he texted, and then I texted him, and then said, so what you think? And he goes, I liked it. He didn't see the first one, but
oh
he said, but he kind of got it.
yeah. I feel like just before we go any further, I feel like a lot of the movies we're going to talk about tonight about sequels that waited a long time or whatever, and just long awaited sequels and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of the movies that they're making now that are like 20 years later, 30 years later to a sequel to a movie that like that are like, you know, came out in the 80s or 90s. I feel like it's funny, Bill. I feel like they're exposing these older movies to newer audiences, like you were saying, newer generations of fans, which is a brilliant thing, truthfully.
Because I think with a movie like this, you and myself, we weren't even alive
No, we weren't.
when the first Top Gun came out.
Yeah, we
And
were. Yeah,
but no, I think it reintroduces it. Like, but you know what? I think like the difference between the first Top Gun and this, I feel like the first Top Gun was more of an action movie. Well, Top Gun Maverick is an action movie, but I feel like there was a more of a, it was kind of more of an emotional connection story when you have
oh, sort of. Yeah,
Maverick and Maverick getting you know, trying to, you know, trying to mend things with Goose's son.
right.
So yeah, I think it's kind of a, yeah, but I love that scene at the bar when he like has to do or say something and then he ends up buying the whole bar drinks. That is so funny. Yeah. So yeah, so this was we had to wait a while between these movies.
And look what it paid off. I mean, Paramount Pictures needed a hit for a while, and they really got it. So